One that whose underlying use value, gold has underlying use value. You can use it to fill cavities. The underlying use value of Bitcoin is to do ransomware or something like that.
Bitcoin is worthless artificial gold.
Within a decade, crypto and blockchain technology will be the 12th sector in this.
Bitcoin doesn't have any value in and of itself. It's not backed up by anything.
Roughly coin average price of $30,700. Spent about $4 million on
is
it.
that we are not buying this dip. Because it's not a dip.
After nearly 2 weeks of blasting sideways, Bitcoin initiated a baby dump down into the $18,000 level. But something is happening to this chart that may change everything for the baby bulls. They say that you should never buy the top and that you should never sell the bottom. But what if I told you that this is much bigger than that? So strap in, strap on, give your mom a kiss, and tell her to text me back. Because we are about to get dumped on. I'm Dumps Magoo, and with everyone on the planet right now attempting to predict the top of the DXY and the bottom for Bitcoin, what if I told you there's something extremely big that you're forgetting about? To get the channel, make like some turn these absolutely time-sensitive alerts. Take advantage of over $16,000 in trading bonuses below, specifically BitGET for US traders, an $8,000 bonus. And as well, BITGET, as of yesterday, now has 0 fees on all spot trading pairs using the link below. And without any further ado, let's dump in. It's just so big. This is unbelievable. So with just 6 days until the next CPI print and about 9 days until we get the prophesized, extremely excited Ethereum merge, the stakes could not be higher. But with all that being said, Bitcoin has just set a new low. The lowest that it's been in quite a long time here, actually. Specifically, a daily candle close, the lowest it's been since late 2020. Now, we've had wicks below where we currently are so far in this dump. However, the daily close is what was significant there. And what it kind of shows is just this slow bleed and the momentum to the downside continuing. And now, as we talked about yesterday, I still think it's possible that over the next couple of weeks, specifically probably about 3 weeks minimum, I think it is possible that some of these signals will start to fire bullish for Bitcoin. Especially if we get very good news in just a couple of days with the CPI print. So again, the video we made yesterday is not about short-term price action. It's going to be at least a few weeks away. This is a very long-term chart. This is a 10-day chart. So it's even longer than a weekly chart. I say that because some people were confused in the comments yesterday. Some people thought that I was saying by like tomorrow or something. No, this is multiple weeks away. But right now, the chart to watch, obviously, is the DXY potentially is, again, facing some resistance here. We are still watching on the weekly chart, on the daily chart. I believe this is just gigantic here. With the DXY, again, we are now multiple months into bearish divergence here. But there are still no signs of it stopping. We have not seen any actual like blow-off top type situation. So in the short term, this is going to continue rising. However, it will be heavily affected by what we find out in just a few days with this new CPI print. If inflation comes down a little bit lower than expected, again, this is very, very good. Now, again, a lot of people are ultra bearish. I cannot really imagine sentiment being much worse than it is right now. Price absolutely could go lower than where it is right now. However, can the sentiment go much lower? In my opinion, I think it's debatable, but I don't think so really, right? What is the difference if Bitcoin drops another couple $1,000s or not? You know, a lot of people, there are some people that are like literally started getting into Bitcoin at $55,000, $60,000, $65,000 per Bitcoin. Okay, do you think that they're going to get very excited if Bitcoin goes down another $2,000 or goes up another $2,000? Not really. The sentiment is pretty weak. So pretty much we are waiting for real excitement to come in if the DXY tops out. And this is big here. So Henrik Zeberg here, a macroeconomist, tweeted this basically saying he believes that there will be a correction here soon, but then bottoming before then reversing and going back up to about 120, where he believes that will be the final target. And then at that point, crypto and equities and risk on assets will start exploding to the upside. And so what that would look like on this chart, so 120 target would look, obviously it's a decent amount away. It would look like this. So quite a bit more rally. So basically multiple weeks unless it would start going up really fast, multiple weeks more of upside. He's saying there. But he says, it's possible to see this correction first. And I think that, that's a valid enough analysis, because it would shake a lot of people out, I believe, and then we'd get faked out completely. So something kind of like that, right? And yes, and when it comes to Bitcoin, analyzing the DXY here and the momentum of the stock market are like the two most important things. We have the biggest event in Ethereum's history going on, and not many people care about it too much. And unfortunately, also, Ethereum would be pumping more if the environment was different around the world. And there doesn't really seem to be much strength with the SPX and the stock market either. Reclaiming 4,000 is massive. It is a massive multi-month, even multi-year trend line at this point, or resistance line, previous support turn resistance. And then also there's about 4175, which is huge, and that's where we most recently got rejected back in June. And then we basically also got rejected in August. We caught a cut like a week above it after struggling to get above it, and then we completely got demolished below it there. So on the short term, it looks like the SPX could have a little bit of a rally. If it gets rejected at 4,000, ultimately then more downside, right? Because that's definitely not, there's definitely not a lot of strong bullish momentum with that right now. The entire crypto market cap as well is still stuck between this 1 year long trend line and the 200 week moving average. So this will be very big to see if any type of mood comes out of this. Again, more dependent on the DXY and how it does. But with Bitcoin now, we're barely above these lows set back in the summer of this year, right around 17.5. We're about $1,000 above setting new lows. So here's the thing. If we actually do come down here and do that, or if we set a double bottom, those are the two main scenarios here, a double bottom here, or we set new lower lows, then, everything flies out the window. And it all comes down, in my opinion, to the next less than a week until we get this new CPI print. It all depends on this CPI print. So you get the channel. Like these absolute time-sensitive alerts. Take advantage of over $16,000 in sign-up bonuses below if you're interested in longing or shorting this market. Shorting this market over the past year has been the most profitable thing you could be doing. And as well, 0 trading fees for spot trading pairs with BITGET. So if you're interested, make sure to sign up with that link below. And without any further ado, that's it for me.